And we are live. Welcome back, everybody. It is your six covered. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. I got the SHOT Show crud. Not feeling great. Not feeling great. Starting early tonight. Normally, I start at 9. I figured I'd give myself 15 extra minutes. And you know what? I was ready. So why not? Got a bunch of you guys waiting out there in the comments already. So welcome to the show. You guys are amazing. And a lot of you guys had wondered, where has Rick been? Where have I been? Well, I can tell you right now, I'm under the weather, but the show must go on. Yes, Josh, I'll hook you in here in a little bit. Getting some text, but a lot of you guys had reached out to me via emails and stuff like that, and just wanted to make sure I was alive. And on one aspect, I do apologize. On the other, life's a box of chocolates, right? We got stuff we're doing, and we're trying to get it accomplished. And sometimes the old live streams aren't the priority, nor was the videos there for a little bit. I guess I got burnt out there for a little bit. Needed a little refresher, so found me a bottle of this. So this will help me. This is my magic cure-all for all COVID viruses. So I went and took the test today. It is true. It's positive. I'm pregnant. My little thing that looks like a pregnancy test says I'm having a COVID baby. So I got COVID, and fortunately, it's not too bad. Just kind of jacked up in the throat, sound like a frog. Neck's a little jacked, and SHOT Show was pretty damn amazing. Got a lot of things to talk about tonight. Some stuff is going to be kind of some updates, and some other stuff's going to be some pretty cool topics on some SHOT Show and some other stuff. So we'll have some fun. Let me jump out here real quick and say hi to everybody. Man, there's a lot of people already. Thank you guys for showing up. If you haven't had a chance, hit the thumbs up button. That does something, I believe. Who knows anymore with YouTube, but we'll see. Buy some 50. What's going on? It's been some time, he says. Yeah, it has been some time. Carcane's out there. A Lau's out there. Welcome, Joe M. Bad Billy 429, John Rollins, Michael Muzzy, Six Creed, Six Creeder, Abigail's out there, Brian T. Tashaki, I shot with him. Welcome. I think you're from Texas, or at least that's where I had a chance to shoot with you at. I'm not exactly sure where you're from, but that name definitely sounds familiar. You had a really good match. George Wilson. Let's see, Matt Cross. He saws out there. Big Country. My buddy Big Country from Florida. +5, buddy of mine from Cali. Nice to see that face out there again. Let's see. Tim Rink. Pursuit of Accuracy. Can't even get an invite. I'll give you an invite later. John Kreiderman. JT Holds, and Mr. Joaquin Jack Nava. So, a couple things. As you can see, I'm a big Vortex fan. You guys know this. This is no secret. Never has been. But I want to give you an update. So you guys know that I have these. I've been using these for quite a while. Did a lot of videos for basically putting them up against the SIG Kilos. These are the Furies, the HDs. And when I was in Wyoming shooting a match, I had broken an eye cup. Basically, these things right here that come up. So depending on where you're wearing glasses or not wearing glasses. Well, anyways, I broke one of these. And I said, okay, well, let me see how the service warranty program works for Vortex. I've never sent anything in because I've never had any issues with any of the stuff that I have. And I'm like, this will be a cool kind of thing. So I sent it off right before SHOT Show. I sent it off on January 17th. I sent it off on January 17th. I don't want to flip this over because it'll give away my address and all that stuff, but you just have to believe me. They got it, and I got it today from UPS, and today is the 24th. So pretty good. If you guys ever need to send anything into Vortex, the one thing you will need to do, because you won't find this page or this section that you can click on it, is you need to have signed up in there so they have kind of your name and all that stuff. And once you actually log into their site, then you can actually find the VIP warranty service thing. So I got this back. I had the one broken eye cup that was taped with white tape and blue tape, depending on the month it was and what tape wore out first. But it came back, and they actually reattached some new front and rear lens covers, which is pretty cool. And I know this was the original one of mine because that blue paint there, you can kind of see where it used to say Rick. So super excited about that. But they went through this whole checkoff list, and a big shout out to Scott H, the repair technician, for working on my binos. So now I'm back in action. The eyepiece will work, and you know, I've talked about this again 1,000 times, but all this stuff's an investment. You can see behind me, there's a new scope there. We're going to talk about that for a little bit, the new Gen 3. And they are pricey. For some of you guys that are, you know, thinking about it and really wanting to dive into a good optic, and it's whatever optic, but if you're going to spend the money, it's an investment. And with an investment, you want something that, you know, if something happens to it, it'll get fixed with, you know, just basically, hey, I ran it over with the truck on accident. It flew down a canyon. Whatever the case is, you can send it in and get it fixed. So that's one of the most important parts. So spend the money, buy the good stuff, and know that you're going to have a good warranty. That's what it's about. So with that said, we got Aussie Steve out there, Drew Bradley. Trying to catch up, make sure I got everybody. Six Creeter says Vortex is top notch. I think I got everybody. Vanessa Kitty. If I haven't shouted out your name yet, let me know and I'll send it out. All right, so I'd show you the unboxing and all that crap, but I will say, because I had like 10 minutes before I had to go to SHOT Show. Basically, this thing showed up at my door, and within about an hour or so, I had to fly out. So I got to play with it probably 10 minutes. And one of the things I did was I threw the throw lever on here. It does come with a throw lever now, which is nice because they should all have a throw lever on it, I believe. But I actually put the battery in this thing, and when I went to, I put it away because I was leaving, right? I had left it on. So this thing has lasted a week now, a little over a week, maybe 8 days or so since I've had this thing. And I was pretty impressed when I took it out of the box again, and I went, oh shit, I left the damn battery on. So you can leave your light on for at least a week and it'll work. So that's pretty cool. Some of the cool things, there's a lot of cool stuff going on in here. One of the biggest things, if you're not familiar with the Razor HD series by Vortex, is originally the Gen 2s were, I don't know how to say this without sounding bad, but they were a pain in the dick to zero. One of the cool things about them was you could very fine tune your zero. There was no clicks. Once you took the cap off, got into the internal workings of it, you could really dial that scope in. The pain in the butt part was, especially with older eyes like me, I would take a photo of it and then I would zoom it in and I would look exactly where that little line was. And it was kind of tough. So now it's a lot easier. So basically you don't have where you pull off the top. You basically, instead of the 3 screws, you got 1 screw, and right on top you can dial in and get your zeros, which is really cool. So there's some big differences in the scope. One of them being a hair lighter, which is like 0. It's I wrote it down. I wrote some specs down here. It's basically 3 ounces, which is nothing. I could care less if the scope was lighter. Honestly, all the rifles that we shoot, especially in a series like this, more weight the better is preferred. You know, we're sitting there running the fattest barrels we can. We're running weights on our chassis if we need more to balance it. So what the heck is, you know, basically 3 ounces. So it's not really a big deal. It is a hair longer. But one of the huge things, there's 2 huge things going on with this new reticle and this new scope. So first off, it is not a 4.5 to 27 anymore. We are looking at a 6 to 36, which is really cool. I never was down below 8 anyways if I was shooting, but I have a lot more power now at farther distances if I really need it. I would say one of the huge things that they changed in here was the reticle. So now we have basically 2 tenths going down, and that's huge for someone that is deciding whether they're holding over or not. I had a lot of issues depending on the match and depending on the distances between. So right now this is the EBR7D. D is in dog, and the difference being, it always was an issue if I had a target and I had to hold, say, after I dialed, made the first shot a 0, everything, it seemed to be like on a 3 or a 7. I was in between the half mil thing, and it was kind of a guess. And when you're shooting small targets, those guesses will usually end up in misses. So you had to balance between, do I have enough time to dial each shot? You know, I got this much amount of movement. I have this amount of targets in an array. I probably don't have enough time to dial each one, so I really need to hold. And when you do that with the EBR7C, which is an amazing scope as well, you just didn't have those extra lines, you know, the 2 tenths going down. So if you had a shot at, I don't know, let's just say 3.8, and then you had to go back to another number, it made it a lot more difficult. So it basically made you have to shoot a certain way, even if you didn't want to. With this reticle, it does have the 2 tenths going down. It does have it's an open dot, which the 7C also has. I've been shooting my my Tika, the camouflage, the 1 in 6.5 that I shot like at Snipers Unknown. That's an EBR2C, and that's a huge difference. And I'm glad that they've made the upgrades over the years. It was basically an open hole 0, basically where a dot would be at the crosshairs. It was open, and they ended up going to a floating dot, the last 2, this one and the 7C. So there's a lot of cool upgrades in here. Another cool thing, especially for your rimfire shooting, where this thing can really help, is it goes down to 10 yards. So the old one, the EBR, the Gen 2, it would only go down to 32 yards. So, which has never been an issue shooting like PRS, NRL 22 style matches. But it would be nice to be able, if you had a bunch of close stuff, to really get that parallax to be nice and clean. So other than that, it comes with your normal stuff. It comes with the sunshade. It comes with, actually, they upgraded some wrenches here, guys. Which I thought was really cool. So now you got these kind of like little keys. So you got 2 sizes here. You got one, the thinner one, which used to be the old style for the Gen 2, that width. Basically, that's set up for your throw lever. The other one's on the other end. It's a larger, thicker Torx head. Not a Torx head, but an Allen. So what's cool is when you release the turret, the top of this key, if you want to call it a key, actually fits in here. So you got an easy way to turn it. You still can turn it utilizing this as well, but just thought it was kind of nice because a little bit easier. The one screw for the turret is awesome. It's still locking turrets. They've always had great locking turrets. The you can, it's a different, the feel's a little different. Remember, this is brand new too, but the clicks are tactile still, but it's more of a softer, not smushy. It's definitely not smushy. It's just a different click. Same as on the windage. And then parallax. Parallax is nice and smooth. Huge thing here is the 10, starting off at 10, 20, 40, 50, 60, 75, 100, 150, 200, 300, 500, 1,000, and then infinity. So the window's a lot bigger, broader, basically from the, I can't touch the rifle, but if you look at a Gen 2, the way the distances are from, it was just a guess offhand, but it was 32. But as you went to infinity, it stopped a lot quicker. It was like at 7, I think was the farthest or something like that off the top of my head. They still have the rotation. Going the wrong way because the scope's backwards, trying to show you guys. But it still has the marks where it comes out, tells you what rotation you guys are, what rotation you're on. The feel from going to power is nice. It's not too tight and it's not too loose. So you can throw that lever over pretty darn easy. But that's kind of the, just a quick overview of it. I guess I can throw you a couple specs and we'll get on to some fun topics here. So basically the Gen 2 had 33 mils of adjustment in it. And the Gen 3, this one here, has 36.1. For wind, the old one had 14 and the new one has 15.5 for windage. The weight, we talked about that a little bit. Parallax, talked about that. And then eye relief, it is a little less. So the Gen 2 had 3.7 and this one has 3.5. So your window's a little bit closer, but not enough to matter if you have a good rifle that's set up for you. So shouldn't be an issue. Shouldn't be an issue. So let me get back out here. Kevin Murphy, how you doing? How's the glass compared to the Gen 2? Honestly, I have not even, I've looked through it like this, maybe out the window, but I don't want to give you an answer. I've heard great things about it being better, but I'll wait to comment on that till I can give you my answer. I would assume so. I would guess so, just because, you know, they're always improving. There wouldn't be a reason why they'd want to throw crappier glass in it. But the I'll update you guys on, you know, the next video. I got a couple things. I have another one coming, and then I'm going to go ahead and swap those out with my my 2 rifles that I'm going to be competing with this year. So basically my Remex made by Desert Precision and my Skittles rifle. So those are going to be swapped over to the new Gen 3s. And I'll give you guys plenty of insight and information on the new Gen 3 and how I like it. I know already just being able to have those 2 tints going up and down the reticle is going to be a massive help, especially if you're doing holdovers. So, all right, we'll get into some fun stuff now. So, as you guys know, we went to SHOT Show for Microtech. What an amazing event. I've never been to SHOT Show before, so I have nothing to judge it on besides what I've heard from people that have gone in the past. This year was definitely a lighter crowd than in previous years. I got to keep my throat tuned up with some iced tea. It's all dry. Let's see. Six Creator says that Zyco's. I haven't had much time behind one of those. Let's see. Rick seen a video 3 years ago. You're going to put a 45-degree red dot reticle on it. No, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. The so some of the cool things, had a chance to meet some cool people. So when you're going around, actually you're sitting there. So within that week of SHOT Show and just basically having fun at night, running around the casinos, and then working in the booth and standing there, showing everybody knives and suppressors and stuff. I was able to get almost 50 miles of walking in like 5 days, which is, I was pretty impressed. My legs were not happy, but I did get some miles in. Definitely got some mileage in this last week, and I was like, dang, a lot of miles. But I got to meet Peter from Impact Shooting. He was an amazing guy. If you guys have not seen his channel, which would be, it'd be important to get over there and check out his channel, Impact Shooting. He's from South Africa. He does a lot of competitive shooting stuff. He's a sponsored shooter for Vortex and MDT and some other guys, but just a plain cool guy to hang out with. So we BS'd with him for probably overall about an hour and a half, and very nice guy. There was 2 times that we left the booth at Microtech, kind of a quick lunch break and run up and around and try to see a couple things before we needed to get back to the booth. And we were lucky enough to swing by Accuracy International, and I was humbled and very excited that Scott, one of the owners of Accuracy International, he's all, I know you. I thought he was talking to Ray, and he's all, my brother love watching your channel, and I was blown away. I thought that was pretty funny. But Scott, if you're out there, how you doing, bud? And then it was a lot of fun. But we had a chance to. Across from us was a really cool booth, and I can't remember what it was called. They both basically sold like a kind of an updated, like Glock, tricked out Glock pistols, and Poet Society. Is that what it's called? No. John Lovell, he was doing his interviews over there, and he stopped by and I got a chance to shake his hand. And then there was quite a few people out there, so it was pretty crazy watching all these YouTubers and all that kind of stuff. So it was pretty neat. It was pretty cool. Did you see that new Codex chassis? I did not see that, Kevin. I didn't get a chance. That was one of the things is we walked around for just, a millisecond compared to what we wish we could have. So I didn't get to walk around much. Did get a chance to go over to Daniel Defense, say hi to those guys. That was pretty cool. Very nice guys. And who else do we see? It was pretty cool. Got to see a buddy of ours, Ortiz, which is if you guys don't know who Ortiz is, he's the ones that run. He's the main guy that runs Snipers Unknown. And I was talking to him the other day, and unfortunately his stuff got hacked, his Instagram. And it would be a huge honor for me if you guys would get over to Instagram and help support him again. He had a ton of followers and all that stuff where all his information for his Snipers Unknown matches went. And he had to, basically you can still see his old one on there, but he can't get into it. He can't do anything. It's been hacked by somebody. And it'd be huge help if you guys would go and just on Instagram, Snipers Unknown, and tell him I said hi, follow him. And that'd be a huge help. And I'd appreciate that very much so. But it was a cool time. I didn't know what to expect. I knew it'd be chaos and crazy and at SHOT Show, but it wasn't bad. What was nice about it is when you're at the booth, there was enough time to actually have conversations with people and talk about a certain item, whether it was the suppressors or a certain knife that Microtech was selling. So it was kind of neat that it wasn't like crazy like a blade show. It's like just a wall of 5 deep people trying to get to the knives and buy them and all that kind of stuff. And this was nice because people could only touch them. You couldn't sell anything. So it was really, really cool because you didn't have to worry about sales and doing all the math and exchanging all the money and all that kind of stuff. So it was neat because it gave people an opportunity to get their hands on a knife and in real time and go, oh, this one's too small for my hand or too big or doesn't fit in my pocket well or whatever the case is. So it was pretty neat how that actually worked out. So I was glad to be part of that. Is he on YouTube? No, John, he's just on Instagram. But yeah, if you guys would, Snipers Unknown, it'd be a huge help. Ortiz would love it. He's on the channel sometimes. You guys will see him in here communicating and stuff. And he runs an amazing. It's a nonprofit deal that works out well for people that want to shoot matches. So he's not here to make money. He's just here to promote the sport and promote the long range precision style snipers kind of deal. How do you compare the XTR Pro to the Gen 3? I don't have any time behind the XTR Pro. I know what you're saying because Ray had it or has it, but I don't have any time behind that, so I can't give you an answer on that. We can give you an answer, but it'll be a little bit, especially now that I got COVID and I don't want to be out of the house. But good questions. If you got more questions, send them this way. Let's see. Blade Show is the best. You know what, Six Creator? It was an amazing event as well, and I was glad to have gone to that one as well. It's the knife community. For those of you that only deal with the gun community and how amazing it is and how large it is, especially after maybe you guys have seen some of the SHOT Show videos or maybe have been able to attend one. The knife side of it is tenfold over the gun side of it. It is amazing how much more the knife industry is larger than the gun industries, which is crazy. Yeah, even Six Creator said way bigger. I was blown away. I thought the gun community, being as large it is, would be a lot larger. No, not at all. The knife communities. I don't even know the words to explain how large of a fan base the whole knife community is, let alone just Microtech. I mean, Microtech in itself it's like a weird cult following. People, I remember at the Blade Show, we had kids that were like 15 years old, and they're telling me stuff about Microtech from 25 years ago. And I'm like, man, you weren't even born yet, you know? And they had way more information than I've ever known about Microtech. It was really cool to see that is a thing. So pretty awesome. What's up, Cyclops Videos? Yeah, so it was definitely a wake-up call. But it was pretty neat. So there was a new building that they had added, and I only know this because they had told me, but it was across this walkway thing, and it was a massive building. So we were in a massive building, but if you took this as the basement, which we were located in at SHOT Show, then there was another floor above it, basically, and some other stuff. But then across the little bridgeway there, or walkway, or whatever you want to call it, there was another building that was basically 3 times this size, but not in a basement, level configuration, just one massive building. There was some larger companies that didn't show up, and Vortex was one of them. And I was really bummed because I wanted to meet Seamus in person, but didn't get a chance to. But yeah, there was some large companies that did not, or they decided not to attend, which whatever. So, they're big boys and girls. They can figure out whether they want to come or not. But it was still an amazing event for sure. Now that you've had a few months running the Skypod, what are your thoughts on this? Oh, the Crypod Rifle Mania I've had for a while now. I still think for PRS, there's probably no better. Well, if you have the money, because they're expensive if you're not familiar with the pricing on these things. For field ruck matches, um, mostly field ruck matches, it is imperative that you have a bipod that can do some really funky stuff because you're shooting off these weird rocks. You're in the middle of a field and bushes, and sometimes you got to be able to elevate yourself. So, like a double pull, being able to get over you're shooting kind of a weird prone shot, but basically you got to get above the bushes and stuff, depending on how they have you set up for the stage. I think if you want to shoot your tightest group, if you're going to like kind of mini bench rest your rifle per se, I still think that the Atlas is probably you'll get a tighter group because the Skypod has more things going on and there is a little more wobble per se. I still would shoot with the Skypod, but I think if you wanted to shoot your best groups, I would run the Atlas over the Skypod. So there's your answer. But you can't beat the Skypod. I have two lengths. I have the double pull, and then I have the single pull and the PRS length. And those two have worked for me for this whole last year, and it's worked great. Got Jason out there. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, Dick Hedges out there. What's going on, Dick? Let's see here. Try to catch up on some questions here. Thought you were drinking a fifth of whiskey. I should be drinking a fifth of whiskey to kill the COVID that I got, but this is about as fifth of whiskey as I'm going to get right here with some sweet tea. Yeah, if you guys are just getting here, I'm on the. I tested pregnant for COVID. The reason why I say that is these little tests, they look like pregnancy tests where it's got the two lines. So my little joke, I guess. Let's see. Not again. Yeah, this is the second time. So I'm just glad I still got taste. And really not much. I just got this like headache that won't go away, and my neck's like kind of the back of my neck sore. And some of that could be from just sitting on the damn couch, watching too much TV. I don't know. Haven't we all at this point? Hopefully you're better in a few days. Yeah. I had it one time. I didn't even know I had it. I was just tired. This time I know I have something, so I went and got the test, and sure as shit, I'm pregnant. Let's see. Jameson can help you feel better. Yeah, you know what, Abigail? You're probably right on that one. I think I'll stay away from the Jameson though. I had some in Las Vegas though, so that should help me out. If you guys, one other topic before I try to get pursuit of accuracy on here, is I had posted a video yesterday of shit that happens at the range. So a lot of times it's tough because, and this was more of an accident. This was me thinking that I had removed some just BS time burning portion of a video. So there's one, it's like Desert Precision Gunworks update or whatever I had named it. It was the last video that I just did. And I got some good comments on there about, just some of the shit that happens at the range. So what happened is I had not spun up my environmentals for the day. So we had showed up, we were a half hour late. And then when we get to the range, there's a dozer behind the berm, the 1,000-yard berm where we're at. And so we had to try to get this dozer out of the way. So Ray went back and, went back to the office, and then they radioed into the dozer guy. you know, and that was like maybe another half hour. So we were really kind of burning the window of daylight that we had available to shoot. And it's not an excuse, but it's just stuff that happens. You know, you're trying to get, and a lot of it, you know, some of it I got to blame on YouTube. It's trying to get a video out. Most importantly, you try to get your data and your information for your rifle so that the next time you shoot, you know, everything's right. You know, but with that, trying to get video footage and try to remember this and all the other bullshit that goes along with it to try to get content out, it's you forget little things like, oh yeah, I forgot to spin up environmental. So you had a chance to see, and it doesn't happen very often, but every once in a while you go to the range and stuff just isn't working out. Your data's not working out. And you can see if you watch the video how important it is to have environmental. So I think the last time I'd spun it up, or what I remember from when I was editing the video, was like 77 degrees, something in the 70s. And we were down, our elevation was a lot different. We were down in South Carolina at Clinton House, and it was a lot colder as well. So you got elevation, you got you got temps, and just a lot of stuff. So when you take that data and you think it's going to be good, it's really not. So for those of you that do or don't run some type of ballistic device, if you're going to run all hard data, it'll be fine, but you really need to get the environments for all sorts of different areas so that when you get to a certain area, you know what you got. And it was, in one way, I was glad that the video is out for you to see that, hey, you know, it's not all perfect every time. And most of the time it runs very smooth. It does. But, you know, there's days where shit happens. Murphy's Law comes into effect. And it was a chance for you guys to see, like, hey, you know, these guys meaning me screw up too, you know, and trust me, I screw up all the time. Yeah, when you're sitting there and you can't hit targets and you're like, what the hell? Like, I should be able to hit that. Like, that's no big deal. And you're not. And then you're like, man, you're like a mil high. Or it's like, so it's kind of neat to, I guess it's not kind of neat, but it gives you guys a chance to see what the heck really goes on. Are you coming down to shoot the MPA 2-day match? I got 2 yellow boxes next to me today. Oh, I'm supposed to shoot. I don't know if that's the MPA 2-day match with, I'm supposed to be shooting that with Dick, I believe. I think that's the match I'm shooting. I got some stuff on the calendar that I already had paid for, so we'll see. I don't know, SoFlo, but I know what you're saying, buddy. I need to figure that out. I wish I could have made it. There was quite a few guys that we saw that have watched the channel, and they came and they had a chance to say hi, and I was super grateful for that. And it was neat to meet everybody that did show up, and it was very humbling. It was very neat to get a chance to meet, you know, people like yourselves out there watching. And what's crazy is I asked, there was a few of them, and I say, well, what is your name on YouTube so that I'll know the face, you know, with the name? And they're like, I don't ever comment. And I'm like, because it's always, there's quite a few of you that I've actually met on here that I'm looking at right now, but it's always neat to put a face with your YouTube name because it makes it's like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. Let's see. Oh, DW's got some, he's got some magic cure-all for this COVID thing here. Looks like DW's trying to poison my ass. DW, you trying to take me out, buddy? Or is that real stuff? Let's see here. Let me see. Yeah, or John Kreideman says, forget to press record. Yeah, most of the amazing shots are when the camera's off. Let's see here. All right, so let me do this. Let me do this here. Copy the clipboard or email. Oops. There we go. Mr. Josh Thomas. All right. Sending a couple invites out. See what happens. The that one rifle, if you guys saw the one before that one, it is it's basically a lead star rifle. It's one of their Palmetto's high-end rifles, and that is a damn nice rifle. We're gonna be doing some. I'm gonna be printing some groups with that thing. Actually, shooting some decent ammo. I was shooting okay ammo, but it was not made. That ammo was not, ammo picked for that. Taking it out to 1,000 yards. It did decent for that ammo, but I gotta get some better ammo. Probably get some Hornady, and we'll some ELD match stuff and send it out and see how good it can do out to 1,000. How many miles did you and Ray travel on electric? Yeah, if you guys seen that video of Xring's new I3, I believe is what it's called. The
What's
I3.
up?
How you doing? I don't know how many miles we did, but he did like 1,500 miles in the first week he had it. So he's been cruising that thing all over. We went to the casino a few times. How are you, Mr. Pursuit of Accuracy? If you guys don't know this guy, he's at 10,000 subscribers already. He's probably got more than me now.
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you, man? Besides the COVID.
Yeah, I'm feeling like crap, but I'm like, you know what? I need to get on here and say hi to everybody. It's been so long.
It's been a while. You were talking about the video stuff when you're recording. I think probably more times than ever in my life, only when the camera's on. If I'm shooting at like 200 yards with a rimfire, I'll like mess with the camera. Then I'm going to shoot like 50. My first shot at 50 is always like dialed to 200. And I only ever do that when I'm trying to film. It's like the stupid stuff that happens when you're also shooting and filming.
Yeah, it's it always gets you something.
That's right.
Yeah, congratulations on hitting the 10 already. What took me 8 years? What took me 8 years you did in 8 months?
Nah, not 8 months, like 10 and a half.
Oh, 10 and a half. Okay.
Yeah, I don't feel too bad.
Okay, yeah, I feel much better. No, you've been putting out some good stuff. Definitely, for sure. You just got to get all your subscribers to come over to me now, so it's definitely easier.
Most of them know you.
I don't know.
I would say 50% of our subscribers are like, well, I mean, you have a lot of subscribers that are centerfire guys, and they're not going to find any interest in my videos, but like the rimfire guys that are over here, like I see them over on my side too, and vice versa.
If not just for the rifle spin, I mean, there's no other reason to get over to there than the spin of the rifle.
I haven't done the rifle spin in
forever.
I'm
about ready to, unsub you just because there's no spinning of the rifle.
Right. Well, everybody so when I had the rifle spin in the video, like in the intro, people complained. Then I went no intro, people complained. And then I went back to a shorter intro and people complained again. So I was like, you know what? No intro. It's easier for me.
So you're not doing an intro now?
No, I have no intro.
You're like walking with the rifle, and then the music changes one?
No, nothing.
Man, now the only time you're already getting to be 8-year YouTuber, like you just say.
I do fancy intros for like if I introduce something new to the channel, then I'll have like a really fancy intro.
Ah, I see. Oh, Michael Hill says he's here because of Josh, so I appreciate it. Thanks, Michael.
Yep. Yeah, I just edited a bunch of really epic intro footage.
Very nice. I will say you do an amazing job with the editing stuff. A lot of work goes into that crap that I'm not interested in doing. I don't know. I just don't have the love of putting all that junk together. You have the smarts, the computer smarts, to make it where it's easy enough that you're willing to do it. Where me, your 20 minutes of editing would be my 4 hours just to get the same thing. So I can have,
Yeah.
500 views on it. It's just not worth it.
I got you. It's a creativity outlet, I think, for me. Like the editing part, that's like where I get to be creative and do things, because it doesn't cost me any money. It's just, unlimited possibilities of whatever I feel like I can do and make it look good.
There you go.
Mix up the intros to keep Rick entertained.
There you go. That's right.
You want to see a really epic intro?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Bear with me for a second.
Any of you guys going to Frostbutt Rodeo NRL 22X match? Why does that sound familiar? Frostbutt. That's something close, because I've heard of it. Where the hell is that? Maybe somebody texted me that on Messenger. When is that adventure in? What date is that? I got some stuff coming up, but I don't know when that is and where it's at. I've heard of that, though. That sounds really familiar. The question I must ask myself is why? Where is that? Are you going to be able to edit some funky thing on here right now? Are you going to use your ninja computer skills or what? What do you got going? So what's your plans while you're doing that for this year's 22 stuff?
You ready for this epic intro?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm you know what? I'm on the edge of
All
my
right, hold
seat.
on. I'm gonna have to switch over to switch over to the screen capture and all sorts of stuff. Give me 1 second.
This does not sound good.
It's probably not going to be as easy as I think it is.
Probably not. Are you going to be able to share it? How are you going to be able to do this? MPA.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, look at you go. All right, hold on.
All right, can you see that?
Wait, I'm going to make the screen bigger. All right, let's do this.
Hold on. Let me turn on my desktop audio. So hopefully that'll come through. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, hopefully you can see that.
I can see it. Is that a fake suppressor on there? That's a Purdy air gun. What distance do you at?
That's like the ultimate just teaser for the guys I was working with on that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
KK's back in action. Yep, I'm back in action. Sound like a frog, but I'm back in action.
So that was just 50 yards I was shooting there, but it's like a 25 cal FX impact video that I'm working on. You probably couldn't hear the audio, could you?
No, couldn't hear the audio. And the intro was not an intro. I didn't see any spinning rifles or nothing. Just straight up air rifle.
Speaking of audio, give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. I'm going to switch to some regular earbuds.
All right, sounds good. All right, I'll do this real quick. Catch up, see what you guys got here. On the pool. He's about to blast some gay porn. Yeah, Joey, that would suck. I actually had that happen to me once. I did a thing where I put a live link out there so you could jump on, and it showed on the, if you're not familiar how this works on StreamYard, you got the main screen, and then down below you have these little squares where where basically people are available to come into the chat. And it was this guy on the computer. All you saw was like this, right? You just saw a guy holding onto a keyboard. And then as soon as you click on it to bring it live, where everybody can see it, it was this like sex toy thing. And it was like, I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to like click it off real fast. And yeah, it's been scarred ever since. CJ Johnson in the house. Let's head to Georgia this weekend. Is there a match in Georgia? Is that where that one's at? Manuel Lopez. Yeah, it's Mount Pleasant, Tennessee on 2/19. Frostbite. I'll write that down. Frostbite. Oh, he's back. Let's see. Shit. Oh, here we go. Bam.
I'm back.
Frostbite, Tennessee. Tennessee on 2/19, I think it's at. Where's it at? Trying to figure out some matches to go to. Yep, 2/19. I'll have to look into that. Let's see what I got going. 2022. So, I asked you earlier, what matches are what's your plans for this year's? Are you going to try to run the PRS series or NRL or Mars or what the hell are you going to do?
Yeah, so I'm going to shoot the PRS. I'm going to shoot Mars, and then I'm going to shoot NRL. So for PRS, I have one match for PRS. I'm going to Pig River, so I think they're PRS. So I think that'll be my second one for this year. And then Mars is, that whole deal is like pretty typical year. But I think this year, starting at the new season this summer for NRL, I'm going to shoot NRL for my first time, but I think I'm going to shoot it with the air rifle. So we'll see how that goes.
There you go. That'll be different. That'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to quite work out yet, but I may be shooting the NRL series stuff for the air rifle and going to RMAC and all that. And maybe, if certain things work out, I guess I might be doing all that as like an FX shooter if I can get myself into that role, but we'll see.
Yeah, Dick just texted me. So you're no longer able to shoot this weekend? Yeah, I'm able to shoot. Oh, that's right. I got freaking. I'll have to get retested in a couple of days. What's today? Monday? I got a whole week to get better shit. I'll be fine.
What are you shooting this weekend?
Should be if it's the 5th. No, it won't be the 5th.
No, the
My
29th.
next match that I'm aware of is the 5th, and that's the Icebreaker with Chris.
Yeah. I was signed up for that, but I had to withdraw because the 6th is the day that I actually going to have to drive to Alabama. So.
Oh, for your work stuff?
Yeah, for the guard stuff. So I'll be doing the warrant officer school for like 6 weeks.
Is next weekend? The next weekend's not the 5th, is it? That should be the weekend.
No, yeah.
I wonder what he's talking about then. Oh, the MPA rimfire. Hey, Dick, I sent you a link. Just get on here for a minute.
Yeah, Dick. Quit being a dick.
Dickhead. Jizz.
Yeah, dickhead. Jizz. I told him to send me that stuff. I'm trying to, because he's got that really cool giveaway going on right now with to benefit, with this youth sponsorship stuff. So I need to get the specifics on him so I can start pushing it from my end too, because obviously for what he's doing with it, it's pretty good.
Where the hell's the MPA rimfire one at? It must be in Georgia. I don't even know what I got going anymore.
Just go to Pig River. It's like 2
I
hours
might
from
already
you.
signed up for this match and don't even know it yet.
You probably did.
I thought it was
probably
a center
paid.
fire. I thought it was a center fire match though. God, I hope it ain't in Florida. I don't know if I'm ready to drive back to Florida right away.
What's that big center fire match that everybody shoots? It's a team match. What's that one? The gap grind?
Yeah, it's gap grind, but that's not till January.
No, yeah.
I mean, July or some shit like that.
I'm going to shoot that this year, I guess.
If you can get signed up, that's going to be the toughest part of the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully that part can get worked out.
Stop being a Richard. There's my buddy. Hola.
What a dick.
Look,
Come on, stop.
look.
Man, you're all Snipers Unknown.
Oh yeah,
Look at you. You got the hat on.
yeah.
The shirt. Whoa.
I know a guy.
Don't do that again. I always forget you don't have hair until you do that. And then I'm like, oh,
There
yeah.
you
That's right.
It all fell down right here.
Yeah, it all.
Here, hold on.
Oh.
I'm gonna get I can't get over there and like noogie your head. Hey, can you noogie his head for him, please?
Yeah, hold on. Let me go both ways.
The other way.
Oh, wait.
I had to go both. Oh.
I almost spit up tea all over my computer desk. That would have been bad.
Al, don't give your desk COVID.
Yeah. Be bad.
So, okay, MPA rimfire. Remind me what we're shooting when? Did I already
Yeah,
sign up?
so let me turn the TV off.
Is that this weekend?
That's the 27th or 28th.
Yeah, that's this weekend.
Where?
That's like Thursday and Friday, isn't it?
Cool Acres. No, it's Sunday. It's a Sunday match. I got a hotel room because I gave you the A. Are you going to shoot this with me?
The 29th is Saturday.
All right, so I'm wrong.
You don't even know when you're shooting it. How am I supposed to know?
It's tax season, buddy. It's a little rough for me right now.
Cool Acres. Where's that at? I don't. My brain's not working. I'm on COVID right now. Look
It's
at me.
in Georgia.
Georgia. I'll go
Yep.
if I don't have COVID. I don't know what the.
Yeah, Chris Beck's going to be there. He's the one that
Awesome.
actually talked me into it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm willing to do it if I'm not going to get anybody else sick. I'd be rocking with it.
Just wear a bubble suit, man.
Yeah, you're
Screw
cool.
that. I had to wear a mask the whole damn time in Vegas.
I know.
It's an outdoor event. You're good.
I was like this close to going to SHOT Show, and then I found out about the mask stuff, and I was just like, nope.
I don't know.
It was, man, they had Nazis out there. So they had these public, what was their shirt saying? Safety? Public, no, it wasn't public safety. It was, it was a safety. Shit, I don't remember what it's called. Basically, all they did was run around and tell people to put their mask on.
God.
That's it. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Hmm.
But, whatever. I mean, they probably had to do that to comply with some.
I heard it was pretty mild this year compared to past years.
I had heard the same. I actually liked it. I enjoyed it because you could walk around. What I was imagining in my head, was, oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass. And, every hallway, which isn't a hallway, it's a huge corridors, would just be nothing but stacked bodies trying to get through there. And,
Oh, yeah. Typically, like day 1, day 2, it's a line just to get in.
yeah, and it wasn't bad. Mike McSee wants to know what targets. I know shooting target 7 if you're looking for the I actually have a link that'll save you some money. But
Yeah, and then DM targets Seth out there in Spokane, Washington. Really good guy.
Shooting target 7s. They I don't know if he's looking for rimfire, but they actually are releasing a new rimfire target that's pretty cool. I don't think it'll be on the website till this week, but it's something I don't think that I've ever seen before. Not anybody selling from like an actual company.
what is it?
So the KYL target's like on that stand and it kind of flaps. What this is it's 2 metal square plates, and then it has different diameter size holes in it. And on the back of that, you put a scorecard, and it comes with like a bunch of scorecards, and then it has little magnets that just hold it on. And it's like a timed event, and it has like some rules, but basically you end up shooting through like all the holes, and they get progressively smaller. The smaller the hole, the more numbers, like the bigger number of points you get for getting through the hole. But if you get too greedy with the time and the size of the hole, if you hit the plate, then the whole damn thing starts swinging. And now you've got to wait for it to like either stop swinging or try and break another one on a bigger hole while it's swinging. And so it's called, I think he's calling it Speed and Greed, but it's actually like a scoreable target deal, and it's got little magnets. It's a pretty cool idea. And
What
I
does
think
the
it's going to be.
magnets do, though?
they hold the paper target scorecard on the back, so you shoot the actual scorecard.
So that's it sounds like a biathlon target, except the whole target doesn't move when you miss.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So me and a guy, Chris Turk, have one on the way. I think it shipped today actually, but I'm gonna throw a quick video up on the channel when we get it, and just to shoot it and see what it's like and kind of show everybody or whatever. But you could come up with some really cool rules about, you know, like for us positional guys. I think, you know, if you miss, time it or something like that, or you got to shoot everything once. But I think it's the first real like scoreable rimfire target like that is like moving, where time and accuracy both come into play.
Okay.
Talking about timing, so you guys know I bought that damn iWatch thing so I could use that that app, right? The only reason why I bought the damn thing. There's times when I go to shake that son of a bitch, and it's always when I'm videoing, and I'm trying to like. It's funny because I'll be like this, and I'm like this damn thing. So I don't know. I might turn that into a golf ball and hit it with a freaking club or something.
Just shoot the damn thing.
I love how it works when it works, but.
Don't you have the little timer thing that goes right on your like dope card already that you can just hit that thing and start it?
Yeah, you could see it on the Skittles rifle when he was shooting it.
Yeah, it doesn't work as good as I was hoping for.
Why? Because it doesn't like give you the audible time intervals or whatever?
I like that, yeah. I like when the most important thing is when it goes 10, 9. I can at least break off a couple shots if I need to.
What just popped in my head is, why don't you just take Ray with you and he can call out 30 seconds and then he can be like, well, why the hell would you shoot the blue target? We've been on the whites all day, Rick.
Hey man, that's life in the big city of
No, I think that's video, because I think a lot of people said it earlier too. I mean, that's just like realistic crap. Like you can edit out all the time killers, but you know, every one of us has went and taken our buddy and like try to communicate something to your buddy, and you're just like, hey dipshit, why are you doing this? Like, what are you doing? Yeah.
No, it
happens.
It's exactly what happens. Doesn't happen a lot, but it happens. And what's crazy is I was editing it and it said like 26 minutes. I'm like, 26 minutes? I need to get rid of a big chunk of this shit. And I would have swore I hit delete, but I must have deleted a sliver of something that was supposed to stay in the 5 or 10 minutes of bullshit that, you know, made it what it is.
It's a tough life editing on your phone.
Yeah, exactly. That's from editing on my phone. There you go.
Turned out to be a good video.
Yeah, it was a good video.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, you know what, I need to get a video out. There was somebody had commented, and I didn't take it wrong, but he's like, oh, now that you got to 10,000 subscribers, you haven't done a video. And I'm like, you know what, this gentleman's right. He's all, I haven't done shit.
Yeah, we get that, you know, massive YouTube check when we hit 10,000 subs, and then we just say, fuck it, you know. We'll take a couple months off in the Bahamas.
That's it, yeah. After we make all these millions of dollars on this stupid YouTube thing.
Yeah.
You know, with that watch, your biggest problem is going to be you're just going to have a bunch of fast misses at the end of your stage. Instead of some slow hits.
I won't have to mentally rush because I'll know where I am in the windows. So I have my watch is set up for a 1 and 30 second stage. It'll tell me when 30 seconds has gone by, and then it'll tell me when I have 30 seconds, and then it tells me 10 and down to the count.
See, I can appreciate that because remember when we shot at Maxton and we had the ROs, and you know, I'm not calling anybody out by name obviously on here, but
I'm not telling you.
I was shooting a stage and I kept calling out, you know, like, hey, time. And then it just kept telling me, the RO kept telling me, no, don't worry about it. I'm like, hey, time. And I didn't think I was running out, but I wanted to know. And then he's like, oh, just shoot it. And I'm like, and I end up at the very end just rushing one shot and then just completely missed the target. And then I stand up and I had like 20 seconds left. And he's like, I told you had plenty of time. I'm like, yeah, I had plenty of time. You're right.
Well, that's the thing, and everywhere you go is not going to be consistent. So you're gonna
you got to rely on yourself for sure because everybody's different. Some match directors won't let ROs give you time.
I went to one place and they would do it backwards. So they would tell you how much time has taken place. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seemed they didn't go. You had 20 seconds. They said
they tell you your lapse time.
Yeah, you're at 87 seconds or whatever.
Yeah,
and
that's because they're using.
How much time does that mean? You know, I don't do math anyway, so it's like, shit.
That's the difference between the stopwatch and the kitchen timer. The kitchen timer counts down. The stopwatch counts up. So
yeah. So that I was like, you know what? It's actually a really good tool. At least for me, I like to know where I'm at. Because if you have a fumble of some sort, instead of thinking you've dropped a lot of seconds with whatever fumble it was, say your bipod or whatever, you know, you had an issue trying to get a good stable position, and then all of a sudden you're like, shit, I don't think I have much time left. And then you start trying to zing through targets. And then
mail me that little thing you had on your rifle. I'll take that thing.
Oh, yeah. I got it around here somewhere. It doesn't do shit. It doesn't time down. It goes the other way.
Yeah, you said there's another model that times down, right? A different one.
Is. I originally had gotten one of those.
There's a specific mount for that too, right? Like that attaches a spur or something?
No, there's a mount that attaches to an XLR chassis.
Okay.
They have a mount for it. Oh, we got a question here. But bam.
That's definitely a dickhead's question.
Before the 27th. Fortunately not. Not unless they're doing one up in Altus. I can't remember Mike's schedule off the top of my head. No, because we have Belushi's doing odd months. That one just happened this last weekend. GCP's doing even months. We're doing odd. And then Mike up in Altus is, I can't remember his schedule. It's too far away.
Gotta remember to use it.
I got the app for it. That wasn't an issue. Got a question.
Look, I got the Apple Watch. I don't have an iTunes account. It was taking too much hassle. I returned the thing.
I got a good answer for that.
Out of one. Go ahead. Answer.
So it's going to depend way too much on your velocity. I think most of us, probably initially get some idea off orchestral, but that's when good glass and a visible projectile becomes like your best friend.
All our secrets.
Yeah, but I use my Kestrel to get an initial idea because I'm terrible at like actual wind speed to know kind of what I'm doing, but then I'm glassing, looking at other people, and mostly I'm looking at what I found is to ignore kind of what I'm feeling and look at their impact splash on the target through your glass, and you'll see the dust of the lead come off and watch how hard that dust is moving off the target, and that'll give you a downrange kind of wind call. But yeah, if you can see your bullet in the air with good glass and a good projectile, then the first shot you take, you're going to see that bullet going down there.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no, I would say measure the 25-mile-an-hour wind, get your wind hold, then measure the 30-mile-an-hour wind, get your wind hold, see what the difference is in mils, and then bracket inside of that.
Definitely a kick in the pants. That is true.
I can't imagine 25 to 30.
Go to Texas and deal with your guys' wind.
We were dealing with a 20-mile-an-hour wind Sunday, so.
Were you?
At our practice.
That's good. I tell you what, to find a place where you can practice somewhere where you get some good wind is kind of an important deal, because if you go to the same ranges that never have it, or it's always the same direction, and it's good to get out and try some different stuff out.
I was shooting that air rifle. That thing will kill you in the wind. We think we got it bad with 22 long rifle compared to centerfire. That air rifle with those pellets and that super bad BC is just like crazy trying to figure out wind holds because you can't feel the wind change and it's an inch in like movement at 50.
I thought you could see the reticle. The yeah, Mike STI. Yeah, I went over this stuff from the beginning of the chat.
He said he's going to use it as a doorstop, and he feels like that's a good use case for it.
I love those.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, you are. We bought the watches and forgot to use the app this weekend.
Oof. Especially that hurts if you bought the watch to use the app, not like you already own the watch. If you bought the watch and forgot to use the app, that would suck.
Yeah, Joe M brings up a good thing. I will say one of the things I noticed when I had a chance to shoot that first and only real official PRS centerfire in Utah, the Hornady PRC challenge, a lot of the pros, because the wind was howling through these canyons, and the way they had the target set up, you really couldn't see any splash of anything. So there was areas where they'd be along the water and the bullets would go into the grass. They would pick a portion of the pond or the lake right there, and that would be their first shot, and then they would get their wind call off of that. Nice. So you have a constant. So if I'm aiming at a stick coming out of the lake and I'm holding real steady, bam, and all of a sudden I'm 6/10 to the right, now I know for all the other stuff that's nearby. So sometimes wasting your first shot is going to save your other ones. So
snow apparently is really good for that too. I found out in the last couple of days.
Snow
gives you great wind calls. Yeah, it's great. When that bullet hits the snow, you can see it super easy.
I don't know. When I saw that on my Ring door thing, all that damn snow, I'm like, I don't want to come back. Got Bullet Speed and Marine. Welcome. Let's see here. Kevin says it's actually the next channel giveaway, he said. Oh, you're giving away that air rifle?
No, he said you're giving away that Gen 3.
Oh, shit. Is that what he's talking about?
Look, I'm not sponsored by FX, You sponsor guys got to give stuff away.
Let's see. Kevin says, yeah, shooting in New York, crazy wind almost constantly, always switching. Wild gusts, changes all the time. Yeah, that'll make you a great shooter for sure.
Yeah.
We had 0.4 and 1.5 wind holds on stage 1 Saturday. Yeah, your match looked like it went good, Dick.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you're even or odd?
I'm odd months.
So then the one question was for February.
Yeah, so I was just letting them know I don't have a match in even months. The only club that does is the February 27th match at GCP.
Gotcha.
So,
did your daughters do well?
they did all right.
They did all right? Nice.
Did all right there.
Did Gavin do good?
Gavin won first overall this last weekend on Sunday at Volusia.
Hell yeah.
Gavin's killing it, so.
He's killing it. If you guys don't know, that's Big Country's son. Him and his son, which is amazing, watching father and dad get the chance to go out and get to do something that they both enjoy doing. It's pretty admirable. So awesome job.
He's a talented shooter.
Gavin, if you ever watch this, congratulations, amigo. So, let's see here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some. I will tell you, shooting all this 22 stuff has made me a shitty centerfire shooter. Just so you know,
Shitty,
come
huh?
on.
No, I'm serious. The you go back to the basics, right? And you're thinking fundamentals and all this stuff. And when you're not having to manage, not that the Skittles recoils much, but, and you know what? I got a great comment on that. They're like, Skittles doesn't even recoil. I mean, it's an amazing rifle, but yeah, 22. I've been cheating myself. That's what I've been doing. So I need to figure out. I need to make center fire my practice for my 22, but damn, it's so expensive.
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
you're looking at it backwards.
Oh man, yeah, it's made me a.
Your recoil management's suffering that bad, huh?
I'm not pulling into the. I notice I'm not pulling into the rifle. Or pulling into my shoulder and just not
15 pounds, buddy. 15 pounds.
I'm not. Yeah, 15 pounds.
I'd say I'll just strap another 10 pounds on that thing, and who cares? Let the damn center fire free recoil.
Yeah, I don't free recoil my 22, so
I don't know. I'm just saying, like.
Are you free recoiling your 22, Rick?
I'm just shooting the damn 22. I don't know what I'm doing. Whatever I do, it works. The thing is I'm not
some of the times.
I'm not thinking about it. That's the
It's
problem.
like when I asked Rick, well, did you look at the grass direction of the wind
No,
right before you pulled the trigger at the target? He goes, who thinks of doing that?
Did he spin his Kestrel? Yeah, I guess that's all the stuff you forget. You know, when you shoot 22s, you don't get environmentals, you don't look at wind calls.
Exactly. I don't need
that's where you're
Yeah.
suffering.
That's 100 yards. That's 1.6.
Oh, man.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That's right.
That's right, Jolene.
It's science.
Bag cheating, run one bag. SoFlo says, bag cheating, run one bag. I tell you what, there was a gentleman that had hit me up when we were in SHOT Show, and he's like, I would really like to do a one-on-one training session. And I was kind of blown away by that. And then we talked a lot about bags and stuff. But man, I tell you what, it really does come down to, you could call it pump pillow, a cheating bag, or whatever you want to call it. But if you can get those in the right position at the right heights, you will definitely break a lot better shot than you would if you're floating in space.
They're money.
Definitely agree there.
Yeah. That's why I think I have a video coming out where I'm talking about like getting into NRL 22 and pure ass rimfire. And that's the two things if you were going to buy stuff before you go, buy a Game Changer and that pillow bag. Because those are like two bags that are just universally good.
So like my one daughter, the medium pump pillow from Weebad, it fits her like the Armageddon fits me, right? So she figured it out on the tank trap. And now it's like, hey, Elena, we're going to zero and prone. She has her pump pillow, and it's like, you don't need that. We're doing prone. She's like, no, Dad, this thing's going everywhere.
Just leave it strapped on me. Look, I don't even live stream without my pillow bag.
Oh, look at you.
I was shooting that damn 2T3 at the range, right? And I didn't have a way of putting a bipod on a son of a bitch. So I'm sitting there and I'm using my big bag, and I'm just, whatever minute rounds later, hell, I was almost about damn near burning a hole shot thing from the break. I got it. Now it's all looks like it came out of a damn vehicle fire or something.
You don't want to try and wax that one up, do you now, Rick?
Be all flammable and blow up on me next time I go to shoot it.
I'm waiting for you to do the durability test like Ray did with the Cobalt. Throw it in some mud.
Oof.
What do you want me to throw in the mud?
Your new pretty AR.
Oh, ain't nobody got time for that. Pew Pew Peter, I got that from the owner. I got it from Scott from AI. Actually, I got it from one of the other gentlemen when we were talking to Scott. It was he said these are limited edition. I guess they weren't handing them out, but he was handing them out to some lucky people. So I was one of those lucky people.
YouTubers over 10K.
Yep, that's all. That's what they were taking.
That's what it was. Is
Your
that what
YouTube.
It was?
That's why he held off. He had to check on his phone real quick to see how many subscribers you had.
Yeah, that's right.
He's like, whew, barely
What's
made
this
it.
guy got?
Barely made it. That's right.
Caught you at the right time.
But shit, I wonder what a real channel would get then. Maybe they get like free rifle or something.
Probably bags of money.
Bags of For those of you over 50,000 subscribers, yeah, here's $3,000.
Well, I watched a demo ranch video, and I think it's funny because, for small YouTubers, it's not even in the realm of possibilities for us. But, they were doing like this skit on they go into the casino and they're going to gamble to show how stupid it is. And they're going to use his $2,000 of appearance money he made that day at SHOT Show to gamble with. So they didn't care if they lose it. And I'm sitting there as like this small YouTuber. I'm like, this son of a bitch.
Appearance money? So he got money just to show up, huh?
Yeah, like $2,000 for one day. He probably did like 5 appearances.
Most importantly, I didn't know this till right now, but these keys from Vortex actually lock together.
Ooh.
That was pretty crazy.
I think they unlock your Vortex purse too, don't they?
Yeah.
The purse with all the money in it?
Yeah.
Hot pink.
Hey, once you go hot pink, you never go stink. I don't know.
I've heard a lot of people saying really good stuff about the Gen 3, though.
Yeah, they're saying the glass is really nice.
I mean, the price point went way up, too, right? I mean, I know they upped the glass quality. And
the MSRP's $4,000 basically now.
Yeah. But I mean, in the Vortex, yeah.
No one ever pays MSRP for Vortex.
So middle discount, you can get it for $2,600 probably, something like that, 27.
Yeah. I'm just excited about 10-yard parallax and the zeros, not the zero stop, but being able to just zero your rifle so much easier.
Yeah. Now, I played with a Gen 2 for the first time, helping a guy true up his gun. But that's the first time I played with that turret deal where you can just kind of loosen it and move it on the inside. But it was super easy.
If it is, but it's a pain in the dick.
Well, yeah,
you got to basically undo the 3, unscrew, and then you got to go in there again and then try to tweak with it, and then lock that down, and then lock the 3. Yeah, it's
yeah. I mean, there's a simplicity to having something else that just has like you're either high or low. That's all you get. So,
Yeah, what's nice is there is no clicks, so you can be in between where you want to be.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. If you wanted to like even use that and shoot bench rest or something, like you're not limited by it being a mil scope and having the 10th clicks, you can still get a 0 dead center.
So you could get half a 10th technically.
You can get anything. Yeah.
Well, remember when, I know Dick probably have seen it. When I first got the Tika T31X, T31AX, I can't remember the shot damn thing. And I would do the cold bore test, and I kept doing that until it was perfect. I was able to, that's where I could tweak with it every time for the cold bore shot, trying to get that perfect 0. And it actually is a real good bonus if you're willing to mess with it. What's cool about this one, though, the newer one, every time we go to a range and I got to re-zero, you know what I mean? When I go to wherever and all of a sudden I'm 2/10 off or whatever, this is going to make it a lot easier. A lot of times I would just, with the Gen 2, I'd be like, screw it. I know it's a 1/10 or 2/10 up, down, or left or right kind of deal. I would just leave it. And then try to remember as I'm dialing dope. Oh, yeah, I need a minus out of there. Just so I wouldn't have to mess with it. But, yeah, this I think is going to be – they did a good job of making it a little simplistic.
So do they offer the Gen 2 still? Or are they just getting rid of the Gen 2 and it's just going to be the Gen 3?
I have no idea.
I just wonder if they're going to leave everyone behind that's not at that price point that was at like Gen 2 price point, or all those guys now just like, well, screw it, I got to look elsewhere. Or
I don't see why they wouldn't keep the thing going, but I don't know. Because you're looking at, there still is a difference. You got the 4.5 to 27 over the 6 to 36.
Yeah, I mean, just people who don't have that budget to jump up with a scope, who would have still bought a Gen 2 price point scope.
Well, when they finally came out and said that these were coming out, I saw on lots of forums, all of a sudden you could see people getting ready for the new to buy it.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people ditching them.
Yeah, but they're amazing. I tell you, let's see. This is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll have 4 of these things. 1, 2.
And you say you're going to do one more Gen 3?
Yeah, I have this one, and then one more is coming.
Nice.
And I was lucky enough, just from the connections that I have, that I was able to send in an old one. They wouldn't give me one, but I was lucky enough to have a swap out to the newer one.
Are they planning on offering other reticles in it?
I don't know. As of right now, all I've seen is the 7D. I don't know what you'd really want besides, and depending on what you're doing, but like my Skittles rifle, or I guess it used to be Skittles, has the Horus in it.
Yep.
And that's actually very similar to this one, minus a few things.
Does it have subtensions like?
Yeah, the subtension's going down, which was one of the huge things, and the reason why I actually had it on my centerfire stuff. But now that's the thing that is the most important thing for me out of that scope is the subtensions of the 210s.
So as you may know, I got a Gen 2 until my new Leopold gets in, and I was messing with it. It has the 7C, not the 7D. But if I'm trying to do a wind hold plus a holdover on like a target stage, I have targets 5 different distances. And I'm making it hard. It's very difficult to do a wind hold with elevation holdover because there's no subtensions for the wind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that 7C, and therefore the doing holdovers then becomes useless. It's a useless reticle to me. That's why I like the 59 and the Tremor 3.
There's that 7D.
I can't see any of that.
Hold on.
Oh, I have it right here. I can show you the 7D because I got the thing. But the problem is, let me find the most close-up one. Let's see. Let's do this real quick. Hold on. Everybody just relax. So that's what you're looking at with the new 7D.
See, there's still not like subtensions for like if I want to do a 1.5 holdover with 4/10 wind. You know what I mean? You're just holding out there in outer space.
Yeah. Well, that's the same with the one you have as well. I wish I have it somewhere. It might be this one.
The H59 doesn't.
No, that's what I'm trying to pull up is an H59 reticle. Yeah, here's one right here. This one is this is the one that came out of Skittles. I'm sure I got the book in here.
That would be my only complaint, though.
Yeah,
I actually kind of I enjoy the glass.
Okay, this is perfect because it'll show. Yeah, the glass is. So here's an H59. Let me try to get. Let's see.
Yeah, see how they have the dots in there? They have reference dots that make the wind plus elevation easier.
So let me do this. So everybody can get let's see if I can get kind of like the same page look. Yeah, I guess that one page is probably the best one. Here we go. This will be the best way to do this, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of difference between the two, but at some point you're going to have so much crap. Let's see if I can figure this out here. So the black,
there you go.
The one on the, what would be the left? It's on my left, but
on the left is the Horus, and on the right is the
7D.
The 7D.
Yeah, so there's some differences for sure. One of the crazy things is, and you can see it in the Horus, which is the same as the EBR7C. As see on this one, you're only seeing all the 2/10 or the 2 mils, so it skips the 1 to 3 kind of deal. So the EBR7C has the 1, 2, 3. So they changed a little bit there, but
yeah,
that's some of the differences of trying to clean it up. But at the end of the day, it depends on what you're doing. Yeah, for wind holds,
wind plus elevation, it becomes hard.
Yeah, so you either dial so you can use somewhere in the reticle that actually you can use for wind, But yeah, it definitely makes it. Let me flip back over to you guys. Hold on. There we go.
Sorry, my hand's getting a little tired. I'm playing a new spot the rest of the time.
Let's see here. Joe M. If you join the PRS, you get a pretty healthy discount on your optics. Yeah, actually you do. For those of you guys that are interested in signing up, or maybe you already have signed up, there's a lot of companies that are affiliated with it, and they give you a certain discount for certain items. I know Armageddon Gear is one of them. There's a shit ton of them, but what's some other ones you guys can think of offhand?
DM targets.
Shooting targets and blah, blah, blah. There's a bunch, but yeah, it definitely helps, especially if, this is not a cheap sport to get into for sure. Ken Brown says, and I think Kevin Murphy was also saying that they're going to still offer the Gen 2. I heard they're keeping the Gen 2. Kevin Murphy, let's see. Yeah, the 27X isn't going anywhere as of yet. No, it's a great freaking thing. So that's good to hear. All the top pros and PRS are dialing all their wind. Now look at the new JTAC reticle on the tangent. Let's see, had to break the bank. Motor Boater, what's going on, buddy? Oh, be sure to click crackthescore.com. No, for sure. So yeah, I was lucky enough. So I'll end up with 2 of them. I had to buy this one, and then I sent the other one back, and should be getting another one within the next 30 days, which was probably about a week ago. So should be getting it sometime soon. But yeah, I want to be switching over. And another reason, I've said this, probably every chat, is trying to keep your gear consistent. So I don't want to try to be learning 2 reticles or when I switch over to one. And that was one of the issues when I shot when Dick and I shot the match, the Snipers Unknown Challenge. I was shooting an EBR 2C, which is really different, and there's been a lot of progression over the years, and a lot of good things have come out of the newer stuff. So the 2C is even a lot more simple and doesn't have a lot of the stuff that we're looking for as far as.
So does he? That's just because I've seen this and I have this. Maybe I can get this thing to focus. See how up on the mill holds, it's not a solid line. They have a floating dot for each mill. So if you're like holding mills, you still have a center dot at every mill hold.
Say that again. What were you saying?
No, see the floating, you have the floating dot. That's pretty common in almost every reticle now. But when you go further down and you're looking at the the mill holds, they have a floating dot on every mill hold going down too. And I thought that was really cool it's a scope that hopefully, I think I'm getting at the end of the week and I'm going to check it out. But I thought the reticle was pretty neat for having that floating dot. I don't know if the Vortexes have those or not. I mean, I don't even know if it's common in any other scope, really.
Todd wants to know, do you spend more time practicing rimfire or centerfire? It really depends on what I got coming up. Last year, I was head over heels into a rimfire.
Still are.
Still are, yeah.
You still love it.
But
Still
when there's matches coming up, and I got some centerfire matches coming up, yeah, I'm gonna need to turn back and forth and practice some. I'm trying to get Skittles I keep calling it Skittles, even though it's not. Formerly known as Skittles. I don't know. There's a bunch of great names out there. Blue Thunder.
R.I.P. Skittles, huh?
All sorts of stuff, huh?
R.I.P. Skittles.
R.I.P. Skittles. But so it kind of depends. So like if there's a 3-gun match coming up, then I'm grabbing the AR and trying to remember where the buttons are on it.
So the real question is, if you've been shooting rimfire for a while, and Rick, when you go back to centerfire, how long in hours does it take you during brass prep to sit there and go, man, screw this, I'm going back to rimfire?
It takes about 4.5 seconds.
Yeah, wait, here's our brass prep. Oh man, that was a lot of work. Where do I put this? Oh yeah, let me put it over there.
Put it in the magazine.
My brass prep is done.
This shit is for the birds.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that. No,
I won't
it's
even
a
reload
whole
9
nother
mil
beast.
now.
It's a whole
Stoke
nother
Rose
beast.
is probably brass prepping right now.
I just picked up 400 new Lapua. I don't know. Oh, they're upstairs. So I got 400 new cases. So I just got to get into it again and want to reload. For some reason, I just don't want to reload.
Old rimfire guy now. Elbow starts hurting him when he's running the press.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get the machine that mounts to my Dillon.
Yeah, you need to get that Mark 7.
There's a lot of people that precision reload with the progressive. I know.
Yeah.
I know one of them that has no issues at all. I know it depends on the powder and how you're utilizing the powder drop, but I just can't do it that way. I feel like I'm gonna get. Actually, he's right there. Matter of fact. So it's like, I really need to, but it would be so much easier just being able to do this. I guess I just need to try it and see how my SDs and extreme spread.
Let's do
come
10
out.
and 10.
Yeah, that ain't a bad idea.
You
Problem
run
is
it through a cycle.
I'd have to
for
get
the prep?
diets for all my huh?
You run it through a cycle for the prep. And then
Hey,
you
Patty.
go. Then you
Sorry.
drop all your charges and you put it back through a cycle for.
Yeah, seat the bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenny, he runs the whole damn thing through it. He runs it just
Nice.
like he's running 9mm.
Man.
Yeah, prepping brass sucks, George Wilson. Lots of time to prep brass while on the bud recovery. Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, don't be trying to make it sound like it's a good idea. I mean, you're coming up with great answers there, George. But
Yeah.
that just means I got to That just means I got to work on reloading.
This means I can send you mine to do.
You're out of your damn
Yeah,
mind.
there you go.
Hey, you know what? I ended up with a bunch of your 308 brass.
I know. Save it for me, please.
Oh, I have it. It's not like I'm just going to throw it in the trash.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I was going through my stuff. I think it was when we shot that match together. I ended
Yeah,
up with
I got your mag pouch too.
Okay, and I'm like, what the hell? Why do I have this? And I'm like, oh, it ended up in my vehicle, or it was already in my vehicle. You just forgot to grab it. Yeah, that is a fact.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, Division Chief Patty Dahl is in the house.
So Dick, what are you shooting for your rimfire? Are you shooting? Is it Voodoo or the Rimex?
I am running a DP Gunworks Rimex.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew the answer as soon as you said DP Gunworks. Yeah, I couldn't remember. For some reason, I thought it could have been either one.
Still got the Voodoo. A young man's running the Voodoo this year.
Oh, okay. That's
You
why I
wanted
thought
that,
you had a
right?
Voodoo. Gotcha.
Hey, I'm
Yeah,
trying to
that's
figure out if I should do a blue ticket thing for this Voodoo 360 or not.
Definitely.
Why would you want to give someone else that kind of headache?
Because someone else needs that headache.
Yeah, you probably should, man. Somebody will want it.
can-
You're not going to shoot it. You're on the Rimex boat full
Yeah.
steam ahead.
I just hate
I'll
for it
buy
to
some
sit-
tickets.
I hate for it to sit there. Hey, if you guys don't know, Dick, why don't you tell them about this whole thing you're trying to promote?
Yes.
So right now we're working on getting 3 counties junior shooting clubs up. They'll tie into the school as a private club, and we're trying to get 6 junior shooters per county, and currently raising money through a raffle through betterworld.org. Our name in the Better World is Blackwatch Precision Rimfire Club, and it's right now it's a giveaway for a 5-day trip to Montana Glacier National Park, full resort, all inclusive. The only thing that doesn't cover is your airfare. It's $25 a ticket, $100 for 5 tickets. and we're just trying to raise money so we can get equipment for the kids. We had some equipment donated already, but we just ordered 9 CZ 457s, MTRs.
Oh, geez. That's awesome.
Smart man.
Well, CZ gave us the best deal for the kids.
Well, you know,
the
you don't want the
was gonna
kids,
work
you know,
something.
unjamming crap all day either. You know, let them shoot.
That's right.
Bagara was supposed to come through. We couldn't make that work. CZ gave us one hell of a deal when they found out what we're doing. So
Nice.
going that route. We have some good sponsors behind us. MPA's helping us out. WeBad's helping us out big time. So we got stuff going. We still need funding, though. We're trying to make shooting free for kids all across the state. And if we can, then the United States, by reimbursing match directors, match fees for kids that come out and shoot, and they offer them free match fees. So then it's not as burden on the match directors and the matches themselves, so they can still stay profitable or even break even.
Nice.
But still offer, you know, free entry to kids and keep kids out there shooting.
Can I just PayPal you $100?
Sure. I'll pick it up from you at MPA.
There you go. He wants that cash money. PayPal's taxing people now. Haven't you heard,
They
Rick?
are. Well, they're doing so every $600 in transactions for the year. You have to get a 1099.
Yeah. My buddy had someone like
$600?
Every
Yeah.
6, and it doesn't have to be one time. It could be you send me $100 here, $50 there. If it equals over 600, PayPal's issuing a 1099 from you.
somebody paid my buddy that like, you know, he was using my PayPal. They sent like $3 or $4 grand to my PayPal one night. And I was like, I called him up immediately. I'm like, dude, get that crap out of my PayPal. Like, are you nuts?
Are you on crack?
Are you
Yeah,
smoking a crack?
Oh,
But
man.
no, we are, in case people are wondering, we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So
Nice.
any donations or ticket purchases are a write-off for tax purposes. So
I just might have accidentally clicked on this button on accident. Just on accident, like I slipped and I tripped and I hit that button.
Oh, yeah. Imagine still using PayPal. That's right.
That's
I hand deliver Bitcoin these days.
I got a correction. It's not MPA hooking us up. It's MDT.
oh yeah, baby.
I just ordered my my MPA chassis, so they're on the mind. But MDT's been coming through huge.
My boys over at
chassis.
MDT. Look at that sexy thing on the wall. Yeah,
Yeah,
buddy.
there you go.
Oh, look at that thing popping a focus.
You want to see the ugliest damn chassis?
Oh, I thought you were talking about you. So yeah.
Oh,
What
I
are you
see
talking
Skittles.
about?
That is Skittles.
Skittles
Hey.
still exist. They do exist.
I'm gonna. You know what I should do is put Skittles and the Voodoo 360 together and see what kind of cluster monkey we can make. I mean, I got a chassis. I got a
So much hate.
barreled action. There's
So
no
much
Hey, you'll be
hate.
able to pick up dudes while you're unjamming your rifle at the range. That'll be awesome.
There is no hate. They just need to freaking learn how to make a magazine. That's all.
We're gonna put you in a Speedo while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Ken Brown coming in for the save. Hopefully. PayPal only does that on business accounts.
Yeah. Well, I think most of us
No,
have business
that's the new
accounts.
tax laws for 2022, buddy. Unfortunately, that was the past, not the future. The
Unfortunately, Dick will know a lot about that because he is a tax guy.
yeah. So when they passed the infrastructure bill, that passed with it that all money transfers in the amount of $600 or more from banks, whether it's wire transfer, PayPal, or any type of money transfer between two individuals, will receive 1099s.
Can't even
You're
hustle.
saying over the whole thing?
Over the whole
everything?
year. Yep.
No, not just PayPal, but like everything? $600? How am I supposed to get my rent checks then?
Your OnlyFans is gonna just eat you up this year, Rick.
I named it Pursuit of Accuracy, so I think
Yeah. Well, I think you might have
Oh, man.
substituted a few letters there. Well, yeah, close enough.
Oh God.
don't make me spit up iced tea.
Oh, they're
Hey, we're almost done because my tea's about. Actually, we are done. No, I'm just kidding. I'm having too much fun.
I can't see any of the live chat, so.
Oh, you
Is
can't
there
see
people
any of
still
this?
out
'Cause
there?
They're
No.
talking mad shit about you right now. It's pretty good.
No. It's probably
Sure.
about you.
They're saying, I've never seen such a short, red-bearded leprechaun.
Right?
Oh, Eagle
I'm the
Eye.
CZ Leprechaun.
CZ Leprechaun. There you go. Let's see. Was that with the Douglas 1 and 14? Yes. So everybody's still thinking these crazy twist rates, which isn't crazy. So normal is a 1 in 16. And now you got people testing a lot of the 14s, the 12s, 9s.
Hey, the 1 in 12 still working good down here.
You have the 1 in 12, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm running a 1 in 16, which is the normal one. Chris Simmons, who won basically everything last year, was running a 1 in 16. So
There you go. Say
I
hi.
tested IBI 12 twist, and I shot the 9 and the 12 now, but the 12 wasn't bad. You can shoot the 12. I just didn't see anything that would make me want to switch. Like the 16s have hammered, and for what we shoot with them, it doesn't really seem to matter anyway.
No, I don't think so. I think it was an experiment of mine. I think if I redid it, in fact, I have a 1 in 16, 20-inch on standby. Somebody wants outside.
yeah. Well, he has. So Dick's 1 in 12. He has said that the wind holds are less. I don't know, but that's what he's claimed so far. So.
I mean, it's not huge, but it's this weekend we had 15 to 20 mile an hour winds, and I was about anywhere from 2 to 4 tenths less than the other guys. So,
well, and the benefit of that is being able to stay on the target, depending on how big it is when you bracket. So even if the wind stopped, or it was in the window of what you had set it up for, you would have a chance to be a little more likely to hit something in a gusty wind. But I don't know.
I don't know that it makes that big of a difference.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot, and with the ones that go ding, I want to smile, and the ones that don't make any noise, I'm just gonna tell Josh he's a dick. That's it.
That's right. That works for me.
There you go.
I don't know how many times in a match you can call me a dick, though. I mean, that's going to get pretty old.
Well, there's 10 stages usually, so probably 10
Yeah.
times.
No, probably 90 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get where you're going on that.
Now he's catching on.
Now,
the COVID hasn't spread to the brain yet, boys. He's still with us.
I got you the last match we went to.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I think the wind, Ray brought that up, but God dang, the wind killed me at regionals with that freaking, once you hit 11:30, I think all bets are off, because I was able to take that Voodoo with the same ammo and the CZ, and not that one is better than the other, but they shot the same exact ammo, 30 feet per second difference. So the CZ shot at 1100, the Voodoo shot at 1130 something. Same day, same wind, same bench. I could very easily hit targets with 1100 feet per second, and couldn't for the life of me stay on target with 1130 feet per second. It's like you hit that little barrier, and then that damn little 22 just go nuts. Yeah. Because Rick was there. He saw me. I shot at a 25 and 50 yard KYL for prone, and I hit half of those. I mean, it's crazy. I don't even know how it's possible.
Michael Hill says the 1 in 9 seems awfully fast for a lead bullet. Yeah, there's I know Chris Beck. He had a 1-9. You bought a 1-9 too, didn't you, Josh?
Yeah, I had a Lilja.
I think a little bit of it almost magnifies a screwed up bullet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's way too fast. I can see it in the scope cam footage when I shot it. The bullet comes out unstable. It's spiraling. It's too light.
Got it. You are what you eat. Oh, we're talking about. Wow, we're getting out of control over here. Even Eagle.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, Kenny's beating us down in the chat. That's pretty bad.
And I owe you $125 now, Dick, for there was a, I don't know if he wants me to say, but there's a donator out there for your channel or your thing. So Gavin Meal's out there. We talked about this was the gentleman that runs the, let me click on this real quick. There he is right there.
Gammy, I got you, man.
Mr. Ortiz, the he was the one I was talking about going over to Instagram. If you guys are just showing up, Snipers Unknown, go over to Snipers Unknown, not Snipers Unknown Challenge, because his thing got hacked and he can't log into it anymore from some reason. But please go over to Snipers Unknown and just follow his channel. That'd be awesome. Thank you, please. Great dude. I actually saw him at SHOT Show. We hung out for a little while. Had a cocktail or two. It's pretty good. Let's see. Seems like it would just strip in the ring of me. Seems like it would just strip in the rifling. Yeah. All jokes. What's up, Luca? Trying to catch up here.
From what I saw, the 9 twist, the bullet came out intact, and I didn't see any like crazy leading in the barrel afterwards. It's twisting it so fast that when it leaves the barrel, it's just not stable. And it's like a air rifle. If you push a pellet really fast, it'll come out the bore fine, but then it'll just do the spiral, and then where it lands on the target, is like could be up here, could be over there, could be down here. But never in the center, and that's what the 9 twist was doing to 40 grain, like match bullets out of mine.
So Rick, I'm gonna have Kenny recontour my barrel down from a straight taper to a Salerno.
For what?
Just for you.
Still a dick. He's talking about. Oh, I got this on a question the other day. They had asked, is your barrel a 125 in an MPA chassis? And I told him no, it's down to a 120 to 50. But you can grind it. I know Dick ended up having to do that with his BA comp. To get a 125 barrel into an MPA chassis, the BA comp or the hybrid, you're gonna have to do a little rotor rooter in with the Dremel. So, just so you know.
Hey, we got her done.
That's right. How long did that take you, just in case someone's wondering?
Like 30 minutes.
That's probably the way I would have went if I would have known how much manpower it takes to shave. 50 thou off of a barrel?
Yeah.
Poor Kenny, he took a 125, and I needed a 120 full length taper, and the poor guy spent, because you're heating the barrel up, you're doing all this stuff, so in order to do it right where you're not messing stuff up, it took him forever, and I greatly apologize for that.
I called him to talk to him about building my gun, and he was in the middle of doing it, and he goes, the things I do for you guys.
Yeah. Let's see.
Not for me, for Rick.
It's Krieger. Whoa, ass.
He's so needy.
Kenny's he's in a good mood today.
What's he saying now?
He's saying pursuit of accuracy is no. I'm just making shit up. He just commented about A whoop ass in next to the lathe. Whoop wah ass. This Krieger wah ass next to the lathe. I don't know. I think Kenny's been drinking something. Maybe he's sick from a shot.
Drinking that paint water out there.
That's it. Let's see. Beaver Whisperer says, Josh, looking forward to seeing you on your review on the Apex Rival. I have one on order, he says.
Yeah, I think they sent mine from SHOT Show because they're obviously a Canadian company. And all of a sudden, I got a notification and it said Vegas. So I was like, yeah, this. And the timing, I was like, it must have been one they had at SHOT Show.
One that's been fondled for many a manpower.
Yeah, it's got Rick's COVID all over it. And
I sneezed all over that son of a bitch.
that's all right. I mean, if the Vortex can handle your COVID, I'm sure the Apex Rival can.
Have a good night, Michael. Yeah, no, we've been yapping longer. We're almost at 2 hours. All right, anything you guys want to wrap up? Say to anybody before we get out of here.
Rick sucks.
That's right.
No, thank you guys. Thank you for letting me bring up the raffle and what we're doing down here on your channel, Rick. It's good stuff. Thanks, Josh. All the help you've given me offline. So I appreciate you guys.
He only helping you because you're in Florida, so you don't have to shoot against so much.
Yeah. I would offer Rick twice as much help as you.
Anytime I listen to you, I do worse. So
I need tax write-offs, so I'm pretty sure I can get that, like senior citizen assistance or something.
There's plenty of things. You got kids. We can work something out.
Yeah, I'm willing to sell a couple kids come tax time.
I was waiting for that. That's funny. I think I heard that before from the other guy talking too. Let's see. Kevin says, feel better, Rick. Josh, congrats on 10K. Dick, keep up the good work. No, what you're doing, Dick, is very
very undickish.
Awesome. Trying to get those youth shooters to shoot without even having to pay is freaking amazing. So maybe one day the whole nation will be doing this and they'll call it the Dick Hedges Fund. All you shooters. I
can think of some better names.
Dick Hedges Fund.
The Dick Hedge Fund.
Dick Fund. All right, man. We're done. Brains are smoked. You guys have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you haven't had a chance, hit the damn thumbs up button. You lazy bones. Oh, the Elfster's still out there. What's up? Oh, yeah. And Elfster Rifles and Reloading is also a Vortex dealer. I saw some of his stuff. I know he does the I don't know if he sells all the Vortex, but one thing to look at out there if you guys are interested. Other than that, you know what? It's late. I got COVID, and ain't nobody got time for this. So, see you guys soon.
See ya.